Hello, Michael here, looking at Psalm 76 for our devotion today, a psalm which may be subtitled, Who Can Stand Before You? And we're focusing on verses 8 through to 10 for the exposition. Let's go ahead and read those three verses. Verse 8, Thou didst cause judgment to be heard from heaven. The earth feared and was still. Verse 9, When God arose to judgment, to save all the meek of the earth, Selah. And verse 10, Surely the wrath of man shall praise thee, the remainder of wrath shalt thou restrain. And as we turn to the treasury of David for the exposition, let's go ahead and read verse 8 again. Thou didst cause judgment to be heard from heaven. The earth feared and was still. And Spurgeon pens, Thou didst cause judgment to be heard from heaven. So complete an overthrow was evidently a judgment from heaven. Those who saw it not yet heard the report of it and said, This is the finger of God. Man will not hear God's voice if he can help it, but God takes care to cause it to be heard. The echoes of the judgment executed on the haughty Assyrians are heard still, and will ring on down all the ages to the praise of divine justice. The earth feared and was still. All nations trembled at the tidings, and sat in humbled awe. Repose followed the former turmoils of war, when the oppressor's power was broken, and God was reverenced for having given quiet to the peoples. How readily can Jehovah command an audience? It may be that in the latter days he will, by some such miracles of power in the realms of grace, constrain all earth's inhabitants to attend to the gospel and submit to the reign of his all-glorious Son. So be it, good Lord. And verse 9, When God arose to judgment to save all the meek of the earth, Selah. When God arose to judgment, men were hushed when he ascended the judgment seat and actively carried out the decrees of justice. When God is still, the people are in tumult. When he arises, they are still as a stone. To save all the meek of the earth, the ruler of men has a special eye towards the poor and despised. He makes it his first point to right all their wrongs. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. They have little enough of it now, but their avenger is strong, and he will surely save them. He who saves his people is the same God who overthrows their enemies. He is as omnipotent to save as to destroy. Glory be unto his name. Selah. Here pause, and let devout contemplation adore the God of Jacob. And verse 10, Surely the wrath of man shall praise thee, the remainder of wrath shalt thou restrain. Surely the wrath of man shall praise thee. It shall not only be overcome, but rendered subservient to thy glory. Man with his breath of threatening is but blowing the trumpet of the Lord's eternal fame. Furious winds often drive vessels the more swiftly into port. The devil blows the fire and melts the iron, and then the Lord fashions it for his own purposes. Let men and devils rage as they may, they cannot do otherwise than subserve the divine purposes. The remainder of wrath shalt thou restrain. Malice is tethered and cannot break its bounds. The fire which cannot be utilized shall be damped. Some read it, Thou shalt gird, as if the Lord girded on the wrath of man, as a sword to be used for his own designs. And certainly men of the world are often a sword in the hand of God, to scourge others. The verse clearly teaches that even the most rampant evil is under the control of the Lord, and will in the end be overruled for His praise. Oh, hallelujah. Sometimes we just think evil has no restraint. But here we know for sure God is ever in control. His timing is always perfect. Bless His holy name. Trust you enjoyed the reading of Psalms 76, 8 through 10, and enjoyed the exposition. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be blessed, blessed, blessed.